Namaste, greetings, salutations, good vibes. It's Thursday. It's 9 o'clock, so it means it's Thursday night vibes with Master Rochi and Caitlin, the talent.
Clammy today.
You're clammy today.
I don't know why.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm not usually clammy.
No, you're many things, but usually clammy is not
No,
one of
because
them.
usually I'm really cold and my hands are just like, a normal moisture level. Right now they're clammy and it's kind of messing with my psyche a little bit.
Oh, well, you know what else has been messing with everybody's psyche a little bit?
The planets.
The planets. Yes, mainly one.
Mercury.
Yes. Mercury in retrograde. We got some good news and we got some bad news.
Oh
Yeah, this is the last day that Mercury's going to be in Libra. So if you've kind of felt unsettled, no, let's say something first. Don't look at Mercury in retrograde like a few weeks of Friday the 13th over and over and over again. It plays it plays an important role in things.
yeah. When I was reading about it, I that you're gonna have gloomy days, but it's also a period of transcendence.
Yes, reflection. The Mercury is the messenger, and he's also the Roman god of commerce, and also it it's Mercury's bringing you a message, and it's kind of punching you in the nose thing. But we're kind of getting out of that phase because starting tomorrow we're going to start transitioning into uh, Virgo, and as we transition into Virgo, the messages that was kind of screwing up your life uh, for the past week and a half or so, you're going to start understanding what those are and starting to be able to integrate those into your life.
I start feeling better.
Start feeling better. Amen. We're all happy when this passes.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's time to kind of take stock and reflect and reorient yourself to what's right, what's you, and that ties into another thing, and they kind of go together. Uh, it's happening over the next 2 days.
Oh, today.
Uh,
Today is the beginning.
the beginning, yes,
Beginning the
the
equinox.
equinox, Mabon, for all of our Wiccan friends out there. So, and this is also a time of a holiday of the harvest, and preparing ourselves, reflection, getting ready for the dark cold winter, which it
Eh,
sucks.
it sucks, but fall's also one of my favorite seasons because
Yeah.
after the hot summers, it's starting to get cooler outside. Fall's like the season that I sleep with my windows open more
Oh, certainly,
because
certainly.
here lately in Indiana, the past few years, it just feels like summer or spring lasts like 2 days, and then the next thing you know, it's summer and it's just hot. But fall, I like it because it cools down. I can sleep with the windows open. I can hear all the little creatures outside.
Right.
It's very soothing to sleep to.
I also like if we have an Indian summer, where we'll get in the 50s and 60s for a few
Oh
weeks, and
yeah,
then hit the 70s or 80s for a week or so.
right.
That's always really enjoyable.
And like I don't mind if it's like hot during the day, like up in the 80s during the day, but I it's the cool nights that I really enjoy.
Right on. Well, we had told everybody that we were going to be attending, and one of the sponsors of Grow Indiana Together last Friday night at the Vogue Theater, and you were in attendance also.
I was there.
She was there.
I was there.
Yes, we have pictures to prove it.
Yes.
Some we can show. Some you'd never be the same.
I was I couldn't see. It was dark in there. I've got some. When the lights go down, I don't move because I can't see jack diddly squat.
But it was a great time. Raised $22,000 for the first CPAC of its kind in Indiana. Uh, this CPAC is non-political. But it's for the furthering of hemp and cannabis laws in the state. We definitely need cannabis reform. We need a lot of reform, but cannabis reform would be a good start.
Most definitely.
Take the money from the cannabis sales, put it into mental health, and I think we'd be on the track of something. That would be very, very good money spent because we have a mental health crisis also in Indiana.
Yes, we do.
But met a lot of good people, a lot of good food.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
yes. Next time, I told Mom, I said, next time we're not eating before we go there if they have that much good food again because I tried some stuff, but I couldn't, you know me, I'm an eater. I am an eater. Okay? I want to try everything. I don't want to just try some stuff. I would like to try everything. That way I can experience all of the flavors. So next time, we don't eat. We just starve before we go there.
Well, it was kind of cool being at the inaugural event.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, the concert that Clayton Anderson put on was amazing. What an amazing artist! What an amazing man! It was a great time. Wasn't what I was expecting music wise.
Right.
But man, I was thrilled. It was excellent, excellent, and thank Clayton for his time and his talents, and
oh yeah,
Oh
yeah, and he played for a long time.
He did. He left it, and he left it all on stage.
He killed it. Absolutely murdered that stage.
But it was a wonderful event. Raised some good money, and you can all still be a part of it. We have a we have a feline interference. That is one of the felines, Miss Kitty. And she is not happy.
Well, you can't be on the table.
Right.
You cannot be on the table. Go. Be gone with you.
Yeah, I purchased a couple of drinks for Caitlin the talent and Mama Rochi, and yeah, they were a little expensive.
They weren't that bad because I went to the Leonard Skinner concert the next day.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, the drinks there were super expensive. The drinks the day before were nothing compared to the drinks at the Leonard Skinner concert. I think I spent $40 in drinks alone.
Wow.
Like, killer. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah. Right on. I saw him.
I know. I forced you to watch my videos.
No, I mean I saw him. Yeah.
No, but I forced you to watch my videos as well.
I think I caught him on the Street Survivors tour. I think that was the first album after the Flames.
Today's Ty's 40th birthday.
Who what?
Max says today's Ty's 40th birthday.
Happy birthday, Coach Ty.
Happy birthday.
Yes, big 40, my friend. I did not know. Dino, thank you very much for that information. I appreciate it, brother. We definitely have to give him a shout out.
You did it.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we break and go into our first band of the night?
Which one are we doing first? Okay, we're gonna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna be listening to some 303 Sammy D.
Yes.
Eye Contact is the name of the song.
Eye Contact. Eye Contact.
his face. We need a doctor. Look at his face. 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 We need a doctor. Look at his face.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Look at his face. We need a doctor. Look at his face. Face. Look at his face. Look at his face. We need a doctor. Look at his face. 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 We need a doctor. Look at his face.
ladies and gentlemen,
Look at his face. We need a doctor. Look at his face. Face. Look at his face. Look at his face. We need a doctor. Look at his face. 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 We need a doctor. Look at his face.
ladies and gentlemen,
Look at his face.
ladies and gentlemen,
Look at his face.
Welcome back. That was Johnny Manchild and the Bastards. We love them. They have some great music. Check them
No,
out.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no,
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 Sammy.
no. That was 303 Sammy D.
Oh, 303 Sammy D.
Excuse him, my friends. He was hitting some stuff during the
Yeah.
music, and he just kind of zoned out.
But I do want to talk to you about a new study out,
Oh,
and this is a very important study. It actually comes from Hogwarts University, and they have found out, and this is going to amaze people, that cannabis is responsible for just as many deaths as unicorns. And as far as they can know, there has been no deaths associated with unicorns.
and cannabis?
And the same, no deaths associated with cannabis. I thought that was a very, very fascinating study. So, no people, cannabis will not kill you
Or your unicorn?
or your unicorn. So, what is on Caitlin's mind? How is the world according to Caitlin?
Doctor's offices are making me mad.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Okay, so I work in healthcare. I take care of the elderly. Right.
Yes. And you do a very good job, I hear.
I do a killer job. However, orthopedic surgeons specifically are making me very irate here lately. How are you gonna run a business if you keep scheduling all these appointments and then turning around and canceling them, or then turning around after you have like months booked out in advance and then going out of the freaking country?
Well, you see, all those appointments that they booked and canceled, they still billed Medicare for. And then they decided they want to take a trip out of the country.
It just makes me irate because they don't understand what we have to deal with on our end.
Right.
I can't tell you how many people are upset because they didn't get to go see their doctor because they canceled on them. And then there's this whole nother layer of drama between the orthopedic surgeons in our area where one orthopedic surgeon keeps pushing all of his patients off onto another orthopedic surgeon, and like their secretarial staff are tired of it, and they tell them that they can't push their patients back off onto them anymore. And it's just the orthopedic surgeons are drama.
I had no idea.
They are a whole bunch of drama. And then, like, you Google their office to try and call and reschedule appointments, and you get doo doo doo. This number has changed or been disconnected. Please try to redial the number and call again. Like, how are you going to run a business if you can't provide accurate phone numbers, accurate locations, do the appointments? Like, what's your problem? Like, you did the surgery on these people. Commit to your follow-up appointments.
Those doctors are the last in their class in Granada University.
I'm tired of them.
I have no idea.
I'm tired of them. They do great work, but I'm tired of them. Like, and well, okay, listen. This is how all of these problems could be avoided if they just gave us the orders on when to remove staples, when knee immobilizers can come off, because we can do the X-rays and stuff at my facility. The nurses can remove the staples at my facility. Like, so, like, we can send them the X-rays. They can look at them and be like, okay, knee immobilizer needs to stay on for such and such before we need to have another X-ray done.
Mm-hmm.
Staples are supposed to come out 2 months after surgery, or a month after surgery, or however long they want the staples to stay in. If they would just give us that freaking information, these follow-up appointments that they cancel anyway wouldn't even be necessary.
Mercury in retrograde.
Annoyed.
Because this is also, he is also in communications. And that's why this period of time causes a lot of issues business-wise, relationship-wise, in several aspects where communication, travel, and all are key. Mercury in retrograde. But we're coming out of it, so maybe their office.
They're gonna get their act together.
They might. They
And,
might.
Like, part of it's on me because I usually work our rehab to home hallway, so I'm like taking care of these people. But a big part of it is not on me. Like, I'm just supposed to help the people get better. I'm not the doctor. I never claimed to be a doctor. Like, they need to get their acts together.
You heard it. Get your act together. Caitlin, the talent, said so.
Doctors specifically, get your acts together.
And can you tell us who's the sponsor of this show? Of course you can't. It's MasterRochesGarden.com. MasterRochesGarden.com. Stop in, check us out, sign up for the newsletter. We've got some great products. We're gonna have some cool giveaways coming up starting in November. Actually, starting in October, and then we're going to have another one that's going to be really, really fun in November. But stop by, check us out. We have our beard oils, our tinctures, our carts. We have some apparel. We have our original rolling tray. Stop in, check out our products. And I think you'd be really happy because we are really interested and down with the healing cannabinoid blends. And, one of my favorites is the Golden Medley. In fact, that was kind of our first one that we put out. And it's the CBD, CBDA, and CBG blend in a full spectrum. And it's pretty amazing. It gives you that focus from the CBG, and then it also gives you the anti-inflammation of the CBD and the CBDA, and then you get all the same benefits from the CBD. But
Also,
if
also the sponsor of the Mac Attack Show.
Hey, right on, Dino. And we are pleased. And yes, got to check that out. Dino Max Hall of Fame show. Uh, Dino was on this program a few weeks ago. Great guy. He's got a great program, some real characters. Uh, Mind you, some of his programs are not fit for children. And some of his old programs may not be fit for most people. But no, great guy. Loved it. Was on his program. Definitely check out Dino Mac, the Mac Attack Show.
My feet are clammy now too.
Your feet are clammy.
No, yeah, they're sweaty now too.
You are just all
Like
you're
I'm
just
not
all
sweaty.
messed up.
I'm not sweaty where people normally get sweaty, but my hands and my feet are clammy. It's the
fur line sweat.
no, because it's my hands. My hands started it all, and now it's my feet.
Well, I don't think fur-lined sweatpants do help.
Oh no, they're cozy. They're making me not cold.
Well,
If I was wearing shorts, I'd be cold.
cold and clammy.
I freeze all the time. So if I was wearing shorts, I'd be cold. It's not the fur-lined sweatpants. I'm not sweating in like my pits or any other sweaty region. Excuse me. It is my feet and my hands.
Another one for the highlight reel. Right, this is true.
Not yet.
This is true.
You know, I've been eating some healthier lunches.
Well, that's good.
I've had salad every day this week for lunch.
Well, that's
Dino
very
says
good.
Your feet and hands are sweat because of low blood pressure.
That could be true. My blood pressure does run on the lower side.
Well, you see, that is one reason to keep me around, because I raise your blood pressure, and I'm actually healthy for you. Well, why don't you take us into to the next little musical sequence here?
Which one do you want?
It is.
Which one do you want? Yeah, beautiful. All right, the next song we're going to listen to is One Big Beautiful Sound by Johnny Manchild.
And I'm going to rant when we come back, and then we're going to talk about Munchies.
Ooh.
Ooh.
For our final number, a song of love. To all those listening in, stay warm and good night.
Johnny, I'm begging you, think this over. You're alone, and it couldn't be much colder. Think of what you have to say. Can it wait another day? Fuck no, I'm calling right now to see you walking. My happy ass and 22 degrees. My whiskey keeps me comfy. How would you not fucking want me? Johnny, you're drunk, go home. I'll be over in a bitch. You'll be interested. I think you'll be in a bitch. It all comes crashing down. One big beautiful sound. Love me, shock me, anything for you to touch me. I'll be your doctor, push around. She don't want me, it all comes crashing. One big beautiful sound. I'm feeling fine, I'm sobering up. I'm just so tired, I don't wanna get up. Think I'll find a cozy nook. Snowbands warmer than it looks.
celebrate you.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm still sweaty. Well, not sweaty, clammy. My hands, my feet are clammy. I'm not, like I said, my pits aren't sweaty. It's my hands, my feet.
Would you like to tell them again who the band was?
Yes,
So-
that was One Big Beautiful Sound by Johnny Manchild. Da 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 da!
I'm so lucky to have talent like this. And it's worth every penny I pay. Let me tell you. My rant is about podcasts and timing and ideas. So, my podcast was supposed to premiere last Saturday, and it was going to be pre-recorded and launched. So, the whole concept behind the podcast is sesh and commentary, just talking about some different things than we talk about on this show. We get a little bit more in depth and maybe a little more political and all there. So I sit down and I got the sesh part covered. I'm good. I'm good. So I recorded. I listened back. Not happy.
I don't think you should listen to it.
Yeah, because it just didn't feel good. So I'm going to re-record it. So I sesh up a little bit more. I record it and I like it.
Yeah?
I'm feeling good. I'm going to go back and listen to it, but I think I got it.
Yeah.
My microphone was muted through the whole thing, so I didn't record any of it.
What? How's that make any sense? You said you listened to it, though.
No, I said I felt it was
Oh, you
good.
felt better about that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I felt better about it. I thought, oh, this is good.
Okay.
And I wanted to go back and listen to it, and yeah, didn't record a thing.
Mercury in retrograde.
So by this time, it's like 2 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Oh, boy.
I am pretty much seshed out. I am tired. And take 3, we got about 15 minutes into it, and I just said, "Guess what? We're going to premiere the podcast,
Yes, that's been there.
Peace, Love, and Good Vibes on Saturday. This Saturday,
2 days from now?
2 days from now.
You ready for that?
We got a busy week.
I know what I did wrong, so I am ready. If the microphone's flashing red, it's muted."
It don't mean record.
No.
It does not mean record.
So,
It's
yeah.
You know what? I see where the error was. It's all this technology. They're switching things up on you because you used to red light meant record. It
Right.
was recording,
Yeah.
and
no.
now that's not what it means.
Nope. It means I'm off. I'm muted. So, but it's all new equipment that I'm kind of learning how to use. So sorry about the delay. A little less sesh, a little more pay attention.
Tell Dino good night.
So
Good night, Dino.
good night, namaste, my friend. Good night, my friend. So gotta catch Dino's podcast. He is something else. Now, I want to talk about Munchies.
I like Munchies.
You know, I like Munchies, but sometimes I don't get it. It depends on the strain because some strains don't give me the Munchies.
You know, I don't partake, but I'm hungry all the time.
Yes, but you used to partake
Once upon a time.
once upon a time. You know.
And then that feeling for me is like I haven't eaten in 3 days. And whatever I can get my hands on is good. I remember one time after you and Mom had went to bed, I was on this very couch. Well, not this very couch. It was another very couch that was in this very spot. And I got up and I got a stale bag of Doritos, and that was the best stale bag of Doritos I had had in my entire life.
I tried something years ago because you know when you go to the fair and stuff and you get the cinnamon toasted nuts and
Oh,
all.
yeah. Oh.
Well, I was really, really wanting some of those.
Yeah.
So I turned on the oven. I found some peanuts that I had. I threw the peanuts on the metal pan. I mixed up some table sugar and cinnamon. I poured them all over the peanuts and stuck them in the oven.
Better if you do it.
Uh, well, I wouldn't know because I turned most of the sugar to carbon. Um, it took
That's
took
why
a
you do
took
it.
took a few days to get the smell out of the house and a couple of hours to get the smoke alarms not to be going off. So it seemed like a good idea at the time, and I really love those.
Good idea. Poor execution.
Yeah, very 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 poor execution. So anyway, uh, yeah, but yeah, it's like if it's not always the same. Sometimes I want sweet, and sometimes I want savory. Sometimes I got to have both.
See, I just want whatever I can get my hands on.
Oh, one of my favorites still is Kraft macaroni and cheese.
You know what?
That is a good munchy food. You can keep your Doritos and stuff. Give me my Kraft macaroni and cheese.
I like Chinese food.
Chinese food is very very good.
I like when I used to partake.
Uh-huh.
I would partake, and then we would go to the Chinese buffet. Excellent
And
quality.
and the other thing that's very dangerous about munchies is you tend to make food combinations that you would never do otherwise.
Nah, I don't know. I eat some pretty weird stuff.
Yes, I can attest to that. I
Yeah, well, it's you get the munchies when you drink too. I feel like.
right.
Have you? Speaking of munchy food, have you tried Dairy Queen's pretzels? You know they've been out for a while now. I had never tried them until a few weeks ago.
I didn't even know they had.
Oh yeah, they've been
pretzels.
out for a while now, and I didn't try them until a few weeks ago. They are the tits.
We'll have to check them out.
They're on like a 2 for $5 menu, and if you get 2 orders of them, you get 6 pretzel sticks, and they're scrumptious. And I feel like that would be a good munchy food.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would be.
Oh yeah.
It could be. And if you really understand the munchies, then you really understand Harold and Kumar going to White Castle because sometimes you just have to have that one thing that you will.
Oh, I know. Oh yeah. Like Taco Bell's a big one for me.
Right.
I go to
And
Taco Bell.
I don't know. Are they still open real late?
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah.
So,
I think
yeah.
they stay open till like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, unfortunately, White Castle used to be one for us too, and that's
Yeah.
one you usually regretted about 18 hours later.
See, I have like psychologically, like I love White Castle, like it tastes good, but psychologically, I have put that bad mental note next to White Castle from all the poor bathroom experiences that have come from a White Castle binging session.
Yes, yes. They don't call them sliders for nothing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Slide in, slide out.
yeah.
So, do you have a good news story for us?
I do. Hang on, hold your horses.
Didn't know I had horses to hold.
It's an expression.
Ah,
Okay, so a 3D printed ranch house won an award. It's sustainable.
ah,
It won an award for being sustainable, and
Right
it
on.
takes just 2 weeks to print this 3D house.
wow. Wow, is it made out of hemp?
Let me see. I can't remember exactly what it's made out of.
Yeah, because I've seen some of this 3D printing and some of the uh, concrete houses that are being made
Thi-
out of hempcrete.
Well, this one in particular was made out of raw gray cement,
Okay,
but
okay.
it was rooted to the earth.
Well, I've seen a lot of these buildings being built with hempcrete. I mean, we talk a lot about the cannabinoids and the medical and healing aspects of hemp and cannabis,
Hmm.
but there there are so many uses for hemp. This hempcrete, hemp insulation, hemp plastics,
Oh
and
yeah.
basically anything that can be created out of some petroleum products can be created out of hemp. The fibers are amazing for, I mean, there for a while, every nation on earth had hemp fields for the fibers, for the
Right.
ropes and stuff, the sailing vessels.
Speaking of plastics, have you heard of nurdles?
Nurdles.
Nurdles.
No, I have not. Tell me what a nurdle
Well, if
is.
you live by the coast, there's this thing that the kids are doing these days called nurdling. And
Oh, those crazy kids.
well, what nurdles are microplastics. Microplastics, when being shipped, aren't regulated. So, large shipping containers of these microplastic called nurdles are being spilled, and since they're not regulating them at all, they're polluting our beaches and polluting sea life because they resemble eggs, like fish eggs, frog eggs. They're really
Ah,
tiny. So nurdling is where you just take a day and go to the beach and pick up a bunch of these nurdles to get them off our beaches.
oh, very nice. Well, that might be a good group of kids after all.
Oh yeah. Well, and there's a U.S. website and there's a UK website. After you pick up your nurdles, you report how your there's a section for nurdles, and then I think there's a section for other microplastics because they got the group for the regular like white plastic nurdles, and then there's the colored plastic nurdles. I believe.
Oh my
I believe
God.
there's discrepancies between the types of nurdles.
Segregation.
Anyway,
They're segregating the nurdles.
and you report it to this website
Is
because
that legal?
yes, you report it to this web because certain plastics don't break down the same as other plastics.
It's still segregation.
And it's plastic. Any hoozle, you
No,
report it to this website.
They're nurdles.
Oh my gosh.
They have a name.
You report it to this website because they're trying to get regulations put on how many nurdles can be spilled into the ocean per year by these companies. And like even though they would still be getting spilled into the ocean, the regulations would help immensely because it would be keeping plastics out of our oceans.
Yeah, and we've got a big issue with plastics in our ocean.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But in some areas, our oceans are thriving.
Yes.
Along the South African sea forest, it is expanding at an incredible rate, where other areas aren't expanding or actually contracting.
Now is
And,
that the kelp forest?
yes, and this kelp, I mean, can grow like 100 feet, uh,
Ooh.
and it's creates an incredibly biodiverse
Right.
area, and it does 30% more oxygen or CO2
Mhm.
extraction than the forest.
Ooh.
So, and there's another one in the South or the Australian, the Great Southern Reef of Australia, and it's grown to almost 5,000 miles wide,
That's beat.
long. It's just it's incredible. And I'm big on the ecology and being good stewards of our land
Oh
and
yes.
all. And sometimes I think that we push ourselves too hard. Every once in a while, we need to stop and appreciate how much we have done for our environment over the last 40 years or so.
Right.
Because in 1987, it was reported that we had a hole in the ozone,
Right.
and comes over Antarctica, uh, starts in August, ends in December, and actually October is the time it's the largest.
Right.
So in the 80s, the first time this has ever happened, and the only time, is every single party of the UN signed this treaty to heal the ozone and limit different fluorocarbons and all.
That's when Aquanet got kicked out of the party, right?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff got kicked out of the party.
Aerosols, because those are what kill the ozone layer.
It was, but it's starting to close.
Yeah.
They say by 2070 it will be gone. And since the 1980s, we have reduced the size of the hole in the ozone by 50%.
That's amazing.
You know, there are places that we are making a difference, and it takes time to see these differences. I'm all for clean and green energy,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also for, and I can't believe this because I was a protester at a couple of these places, but nuclear energy, I think, is on the table now, and fossil fuels. We need everything so we can achieve, you know, that that green dream.
Right.
But it's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of effort, and we need everything right now to make this transition.
Absolutely.
But I'm all for it, and you know, we are making a difference. Stop and I mean, I remember growing up, and the roadsides were just filled with litter. The creeks were
Right.
filled with garbage. People were dumping stuff anywhere they wanted. Uh, it's amazing how far we've came as far as cleaning up our roadways, cleaning up our creeks and our rivers. You know, people are finally getting it. You know, we've got to get in tune with our environment. We've got to start respecting nature a little bit more.
We gotta start taking care of the mothership.
Yeah, we do. We do. We need to, you know, if we have all of these abandoned buildings that are doing nothing in cities, why don't we put some money together to tear them down and make those green zones?
Yeah, they either need to be torn down, or if they still can be, they need to be repurposed.
Yeah, repurposed or removed and in place, plant trees, parks.
Oh yeah.
If it needs to be developed later, you know, down the road, it can be. But for the time being, let's get rid of the dangerous abandoned houses, buildings, and put green zones in.
Oh yeah.
You know, that helps the community, that helps the environment.
Yeah.
Help even put in some community gardens.
Yeah, community gardens would be really helpful,
Right. Oh,
especially in the bigger cities where they have a bunch of abandoned buildings. And just take those out and put in community gardens, and then that would help, you know, to feed homeless or low income populations.
yeah, and it would just clean up the general community, getting rid of
Yeah.
that stuff.
Make the place look nicer. Clean house.
Yes, yes, clean house, clean environment,
Yes.
and uh, you know, this is a perfect time to also do a little personal aura cleaning and psychic cleaning. Uh, you know, harvest all that stuff, pack it away, and get ready to relax. So, you know, get rid of some of that negativity.
Right.
You know, reflect a little bit, grow a little bit. That's what Mercury's doing to us, causing us to reflect and grow, and not in a very sweet way.
But sometimes it takes a hard. You got to take that harsh look for change. For change.
For change.
For change.
For change.
Well, I think we have another song, right? It's another song by Johnny Manchild, and I believe it's called "You." What's it called? What's it called? You want a song?
I do want a song.
I do want a song. Would be nice
A
right now.
song would be very nice right now.
So you want a song? Want me spilling out my guts, stumbling over the key. If I write it out, will it make it easier to say what you need from me? No, it's not that hard. Say it's not that hard. If I only knew, if you wanted to, say it's not that hard. No, it's not that hard to get close to you, to tell the truth. But it's too damn hard to make these words communicate. I understand space, land, another lifestyle away. Even still, am I enough to keep the loneliness away? No, it's too damn hard. But you want a song? You will never wait for me. We both know you can't slow down. Even if you could, I would never want you to. We both know that you're on top. No, it's not that hard. Say it's not that hard. If I only knew, if you wanted to, say it's not that hard. No, it's not that hard to get close to you, to tell the truth. But it's too damn hard to make these words communicate. I understand space, land, another lifestyle away. Even still, am I enough to keep the loneliness away? No, it's too damn hard. Say it's too damn hard. Say it's not that
And we're back.
That was Johnny Manchild with I Want a Song.
You had a song.
You want a song.
No, I had a song. I'm good, but I want to chime in on a fierce debate that has been ongoing and probably will never end.
Hit me.
Meditation,
Mm.
high or not?
I mean, I feel like that's up to your own personal discretion.
Well, that's what I think too. Because, sometimes but people, that's not the general talking. You can't take that. That's the two sides. That I agree with you 100%. But a lot of them say, no, you can't meditate high because it distracts the mind and it causes it to wonder, and it doesn't help you, stay in the now, the here. And then other people say that it, helps relax the mind, helps you, stay in the now, and is not distracting. I think it depends on what your aim of your meditation is. Also, uh, I have meditated both ways many times, and I find a benefit to both states of mind.
Excuse you. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But like I said, I feel like it's up to personal discretion. I feel like personally, if I was high, I could not focus because I get paranoid when I partake.
Ah.
So like if I was trying to meditate, I'd be like, "What's up? Who's out? What's going on?"
That is definitely not conducive to
No.
meditation.
No, because and I don't know why, but I like even though I live out in the country and nobody ever comes out to my house, I always think that the cops are gonna come and get me for being high.
Yeah, it's
So
probably a good thing that you don't partake anymore.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and I don't know what it is because the cops don't frequent my house.
And it wouldn't be just the cops; it would be the
The DEA.
FBI. They're going to come in black helicopters at night, rappel down.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. And it's like every little sound. And like I live out in the country on a farm. There's sounds all the time, but it's like when I'm high, everything's the cops.
Right.
They're watching me.
Right.
But if I'm here, I'm fine. I don't think cops. I think food.
Yes, and I can attest to that also.
Food.
So, what other stories do you have for us tonight?
For the first time in 200 years, ospreys that were hunted to extinction are breeding across the UK.
Now, wait a minute.
I don't know.
If they were hunted to extinction, that means they were no more.
Hang on.
Or were they hunted to extinction levels?
I just read the headline on this one. I'm sorry. Hang on. Hunted to extirpation. Extirpation.
That must be one step above extermination
I guess
or
so.
extinction. So, well, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. I mean, and again, we have to take time to think about some of the stuff that has been achieved. The yeah, well, the bald eagle, is off the endangered species list.
Yeah.
And they're thriving. You see them quite often now.
Oh yeah.
And I never
Free
thought,
bird.
I never thought I'd see a bald eagle in this area.
Asian black bear.
Isn't that a drink?
Asian black bear. More sake, more happy.
I'm not sure what that was.
Hibachi.
Like I said,
You're so
I
No, I'm not. Have you ever been to the hibachi grill? That's what they do.
this
It's sake.
this is
It's not racist. It's what they do at the hibachi grill.
this is this is the best I could pay for.
Oh, oh, and they set the onions on fire with the sake. Because more sake, more happy.
Dinner.
More sake, more happy.
More sake, more happy.
That's not what it sounded like.
Yeah.
No, more sake. Sake. You know,
I got the sake part.
yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
the way you said it. Say it again.
More sake, more happy. That's how
Yeah.
they say it. That's how they say
Yeah, that
it.
didn't sound.
That is how they say
yeah,
it.
but that's not what it's coming out as your
That's
mouth
how
as.
they say it. More sake, more happy.
I think we have another one for the highlight reel.
What is it? A rice liquor? Sake? Sake's a rice liquor?
So, do you have another story for us?
No, I did Ospreys.
Uh huh.
3D printed houses.
No. What are ospreys?
They're a bird.
They're a bird.
Yeah.
I think they're a coastal bird.
Yeah. They're in Europe. Europe's like all coast.
Uh-huh.
There's ospreys here. Birds aren't real. Oh, I sent her a video today.
Oh.
Birds aren't real video.
And that's
Oh,
why the
so how do you-
ospreys. That's why the ospreys are coming back from extirpation
Because
Extirpation.
they're government robots.
because they're
Oh.
government robots. They're trying to make us think that it's a good news story when really the ospreys are government robots.
You know what? Yeah,
go.
no, yeah. I think that is a good note to leave on. Not a good note, just a weird note. Would you like to say goodnight, Kate?
Good night, Kate.
Good night.
Good night, Kate.
And as always, peace, love, and goodbye.
More sake, more happy.
Thank you for watching.
Free, somebody.